Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode number 125. I got to change that at the top of the doc. Recorded on, what is that, September 28th, 2013. I'm your host, Apple Cider. Hello. How are you, Howdy. Sandy?
I am alive.
You are. You have, after your crazy 11-hour trip that never left Texas.
Yeah.
You drove all around Texas and then back again. 11 hours. I could have, made it to LA and back. That is nuts. How are you, sir?
I'm really actually kind of tired.
Are you?
Being on the road for that long will really take it out of you.
I suppose so. And
you were, doing what needs to be done.
Helping out the fam.
Yep.
Absolutely. Hey, we've got guests.
We have guests.
We always like guests. Hey, it's Paper Pony. Hi. And it's Lady Paper Pony.
Yes.
This is like the Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man of paper ponies.
And we got alliteration all over the place.
Oh, boy.
Alliteration is great.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes.
Mrs. and Mr. Paper Pony. Excellent. We'll talk about, so you guys do, whereas there's a lot of 2D, well, it technically is 2D, but you do kind of layered artwork, cutouts and then pasting atop of cutouts. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump right into the madness this week, because I'm just no fooling around, I guess. Mr. Paper Pony, let's start with this. Favorite character, favorite episode?
Favorite character is Pinkie Pie. It's because I'm not like her at all. She's crazy and funny, and she got on my nerves at first, but I kind of fell in love. Favorite episode is Lesson 0, because, I don't know, I just liked seeing Twilight go nutso. I thought it was funny.
That is a good one if you just simply want to watch Crazy Purple Mare at her craziest. I'm not sure what with her reformation and everything we're going to ever actually see her go completely nuts again. It'd be nice.
We'll have to see.
I do kind of miss Angry Bitter Twilight from the first season. Like she still does it sometimes where she just has that ticked off are you really doing this face? But if you go back to the first episode and she's just stupid, hey everyone,
God, these ponies are crazy.
I hate them. Oh God, what's just send me here, jeez. Now she's all I'm a princess. I know everything about friendship. She just became a different kind of obnoxious. Now she's just rubbing at it. You two should be friends. I know all about that. Thank you, Twilight. That's great.
She's read books.
I know stuff.
I'm the smartest about friendship. We just replaced her being obnoxious with a different term of obnoxious. Lady Paper, what is your favorite character and favorite episode?
Well, speaking of Twilight, it's definitely Twilight,
my
favorite character. Because I'm just like her, both forms. Crazy and non.
She's trying to say she's a princess.
That's right. That's pretty much it.
That's the right way to go about it.
I think
Prettiest
so.
Princess.
Prettiest, yes. And then my favorite episode is Read It or Weep, because I love books and I like reading, and I like that we got to see kind of how it can transform somebody.
And how Dash can actually have a moment of actual
sit-downiness.
Being a decent pony.
I love this change that's happened in Sandy, where it's just no, Rainbow Dash. He moves over to a Rarity fan, and he's just I don't know about this Rainbow Dash anymore.
I don't know. She's kind of a jerk.
Though though what we've heard about season 3, Sandy, supposedly there's a lot of feels with Rainbow Dash.
Electric feels.
Could this bring you back into the Blue Pony fold?
I don't know. I'll have to see it.
Is she still your second fave?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. We shall see.
I'm going to harass you the moment that it turns back.
Oh, of course. I have no doubt.
You were a stalwart.
Stalwart
Dash fan for 3 seasons. And then suddenly just turned it right on its head.
Yep. Just changes.
Rogue. Time to turn. All right, I don't even know the lyrics to that one. I don't think anyone does. Everybody just hears the changes. However, I need more coffee. See? Then Starry starts singing something. I'm not certain. We should talk about our sponsors, because actually the one thing that Starry is doing right now is looking at our sponsor, We Love Fine. Looks like she's checking out undies, which is something you can get at We Love Fine. She was also squeeing at a what was it? The toothless shirt, the one where it looks like he's on your yeah, she was really digging that. So We Love Fine, purveyors of great pony merchandise, and Starry really likes them because she squeezes about how cute they are. There's also a long sleeve Dalek shirt, it appears.
It's a dress.
It's a dress.
They have Naruto shirts. And what?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What are we
They
looking
have
at?
the Team Trixie shirt. There's also a Team Discord and a new one that's for the love of Celestia. It's Dash looking mad at Derpy, who's gotten her hooves tangled up in the actual design.
What, you mean Muffin?
Yeah, Muffin? I mean, I don't know.
That's Muffin. That's Muffin now, officially licensed Muffin Pony.
We may just, yeah.
We may have to talk about that later. Hey, guess what? That Gray Mare you like so much is now a new name. Sure. Okay, well, let's see. That is good. Also, you have that. Also, let me remind everyone, We Love Fine. 10% off your purchase with Bronyville 10. So take care of your shipping, because we promote that here. Sandy, what about Nightmare Nights?
Nightmare Nights, 40 days to go. As of today, the recording. Oh my gosh. Quick, everybody noodle your arms. Except not. I mean, room blocks filling up. Get your rooms quick. I think they're pretty much out of single king rooms, so you're going to have to cuddle.
All right, Sandy, I'm going to have to cuddle.
They're two twin beds, or two double beds. Even though it's marked 2 on the website, you can put 4 people into the room.
But you just take those beds, you remove out the partition, push them together, and aw, yeah, queen bed.
That works too. So, just saying, you need to get your rooms here pretty quick. Registration prices go up $10 per on each ticket on the 16th. So you got a couple weeks to do that. Buy your tickets quickly. But everything is going swimmingly.
Yep. I'm going to need to go register or get my room soon. I need to figure out, Sandy, maybe you could answer this. If I wanted a room that perhaps wasn't a double, if I wanted perhaps something that may be a little bigger, like a suite, how could I ensure that it was actually included in the Nightmare Nights package so that you guys get credit for it?
You would need to actually call them, contact them via the number on the hotel's page, and ask to get the suite included into the room block.
Okay. And then that way we can have suite parties with all of our mega friends.
Yup. Sounds good to me.
Yep. And hot tub. Yeah, that's right. Hot tub party. Just break it out on the roof of the building, because that's how we roll. Absolutely. And yeah, I'll spare you the talk of my business. It's still moving along. Nothing to report this week. It is happening. It continues to progress. All right. Hey, Papers.
Hi.
Papers, please. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Gloria of Ostroka. Yes. We have you on. Go ahead and tell everyone so we can point them over to the creations that you have. Where can we just first off see what we're just about to talk about, the creations of yours?
Yeah, you can find us on the paperpony.deviantart.com. Those words are separated by dashes, so it's the dash paper dash pony.
Deviantart.com.
Yep, that's the one.
And you do ostensibly what is, well, paper dash pony just took me to some crazy face.
Hold on. Let me put the link in the chat here.
That works best. This one's got a swirly face of derpy. I don't think that's right one. There's other paper ponies out there. Oh, the paper pony. I see.
Yeah, they're imposters. They're not the real one.
Not just paper dash pony. Those guys are just loose cannons. All right, but you do something a little bit different. Whereas there are usually a lot of drawn ponies and things like that. Yours is layered. You do a kind of multi-step process. It looks.
It's kind of faux 3D because it's two-dimensional artwork. Like we started with sketches and regular drawings, and then we just interpret it with paper. So most of the thought goes into designing it in a way that we can cut out these individual colors of cardstock and layer them into a frame to give it some kind of 3D look while still being technically two-dimensional art. So it's like 2.5D, I guess.
Yeah, it's just this. It's this. The background with the. Oh man, hold on. I gotta go to the deviation page. I'm just starting to browse through this. I just caught a look of the Dan versus Shadowbox one. That's friggin' crazy. Oh, I like that. Hold on, I need to link that in the chat just so those that are watching the video and stuff, go click on that. That's pretty fantastic. But yeah, these are Shadowbox's multi-layered images, so you kind of get a little bit of a 3D effect off of each of them. Have you been like working on these for a while, or was this just something that you picked up at some point? Just kind of like, I want to make something done.
Okay, this started. This was my wife's idea to begin with, by the way. So all credit goes to her. We were looking for a Christmas gift idea for my brother's girlfriend for Christmas, who happens to love My Little Pony, and she loves Fluttershy. And Amber here came up with the idea to do a shadow box of Fluttershy, and I happened to see one person online who did one of Fluttershy. I think it was by Hatpire, and I kind of used that as a point of reference. And what I ended up with after a lot of trial and error was this here. I'm going to drop in the chat real quick. And yeah, it kind of just took off from there because I had a pretty stagnant DeviantArt account for a long time, and this was the first thing I'd uploaded in almost a year. And since that went up, I guess somebody put it on Reddit, and this was before I even knew what Reddit was. And I came back the next morning, and there were just tons of notifications on this, like comments and a bunch of favorites and everything. So it's like it kind of took off that people like this. So it sort of continued on and started making the Sleepy Ponies, and used that as a template for the main 6, and just did one for each of the characters and put those on, and it kind of just started from there, really.
And so you just kind of built off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You certainly evolved since then.
Yes.
Just a bit.
The earlier designs were very, very simple. Of course, they were hand cut at the time too, so it was a lot harder to do those than the stuff that we're doing now. We've since teched up a little bit, and we use an electronic cutting machine that will read vector information and cut the shapes like with digital precision. So which allows us to do a lot more complex designs, which you've probably seen for the more recent ones. They've gotten a lot more complicated.
Oh, especially this. I'm looking at the Project Horizons one you did, and jeez. Wow, look at all those layers. Oh, that one sounds...
I'd rather not.
Was that a particular pain point of yours?
Yeah. I did the characters on that one, and yeah. Rampage and Blackjack, man. Just so many little pieces.
I'm looking at that. Jeez. Yeah, let me put this. This is probably... Would you say that's the most intricate one you've done yet?
It's up there, yes. We have more in the works right now that I think are even going to exceed that one in terms of detail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like that mock-up that you have of the Tangled Lanterns. It's a mock-up, but man, that's going to be something and a half.
And see, it's funny too, because like there are two things that I decided are very hard to do in paper because you're stuck with, you have rigid edges. You can't do a lot of blending and all that. So things that are hard to do, nighttime shots, because cardstock is typically bright and colorful, and lighting effects, because it's hard to blend colors. And like that's just there's two things going on in that same shot. We have a nighttime shot and lighting effects, and it's like, oh goodness, how is this going to work?
So you're having to just take dark pieces and try and put them together. Yeah, that's pretty nuts on this. And you do take commissions, it appears.
Yes, we've just recently closed them though, because we take commissions. We will always rebuild anything that we've already made. So at any time, you can always notice for that. If it's something that we have to create, right now our commissions list is like, I think we're pushing like 30 deep right now. So we're having to kind of cut that off for a while because our turnarounds are getting way too long. And
we happen to be preparing for a certain con right now as well.
Yes, a certain Sandy Con.
Yeah, Sandy Con.
Oh, that thing.
Yes, Amber and I both shuddered a little bit and we said only 40 days. And like, oh no, like I'm running the math machine in my head here, and like, oh god, we have a lot to do still. Mm-hmm. And then we have a class coming up, and we have a contest that we're judging, and then we got to prepare for a panel that we're doing at Nightmare Nights. So that's going to be fun.
Yes, indeed. I've actually talked yours up because I think it's a rather unique panel. I don't think other cons have done something similar. So how about we discuss the panel that you're going to be doing at Nightmare Nights Dallas?
Oh boy. As if this was feeding into something of Sandy's, huh?
Oh, wow.
This was all premeditated, by the way. We rehearsed before the show.
Everything is planned.
I'm just along for the ride, I see. Okay.
So a couple of times prior, my wife and I have held classes on Justin TV. So what we do is we take a set of shadow boxes, and like the first one we did with Sleepies, and we did one with Fillies, and now we're doing one with Princesses. And what you do is, you send a payment to cover the cost of materials and shipping, and we will cut out all these pieces for you. We'll send you a guide sheet, and then we will get everyone in on Justin TV, and we'll assist in building the box and kind of do like a live video tutorial. So the idea with the convention is, for the first time over at Nightmare Nights Dallas, we're going to do the same sort of thing, but in a panel setting instead of over Justin TV.
So you're going to...
So everyone gets a shot at building their own box. We provide the paper, the glue, or not the glue, but the paper and the adhesive tabs that we use to raise the layers up.
Well,
and
the con will provide the glue.
And then we're going to provide glue at the con, and X-Acto knives and other sharp objects that are needed to do this.
Hold on,
it's worth noting that this is going to be one of those panels that you need to be old enough to play with scissors to participate in.
Yeah.
And there is going to be a small materials cost.
Though it may be something kind of fun if any of the little kids want to, if you just had some pre-mades that they could just go smack, smack, smack.
Yeah, that's basically what it'll be.
Okay, cool.
We're going to provide the kit, so all of it will be cut out and ready to go. And then you get to pick, we're going to do Fillies for this one, so you get to pick out of the main 6 which Filly you want to build. And then we're going to go step by step with you and build it.
And that'll be in our large classroom panel room. So that there'll be tables and chairs, so people can work on this and hopefully not glue themselves to any surfaces.
It's no fun unless you glue something to something else that's not supposed to be glued.
Yeah, the joke was already out there. I thought it before. Let's see, what was it? Before which of these? The real Abba said, it was like, "Oh boy, we're bringing glue to a horse con." Uh-oh.
It's rubber cement, if that helps.
Okay, that is. Oh, I love that stuff. You get it on you, and you're just like, it's like I'm pulling back a layer.
There's like not a day that goes by that I can't rub my fingertips and get like little balls of rubber cement to come off them.
Oh, that's the best.
For a little while.
For a little bit, until you're just like, I actually need some tactile functions.
Right, I'll go to shake someone's hand and it's like rubber cement and glitter.
It's magic all day long.
Exactly. I just need my wings now.
Let's see, and you've got some details here, FAQ, in case anybody wants to make their own shadow boxes, and details on the shadow box class is mentioned there. Let's see. All that is over there at the-paper-pony.deviantart.com. And as said, commissions, which you said were currently closed. And you don't just do ponies, you do other not as pony stuff as well.
Yeah, something surprising too is a local friend commissioned a G.I. Joe cover shadow box, and since then I think we've made like 5 or 6 others. It's crazy. I didn't know that there was such a large group of people out there who loved those comics that want these covers.
Well, I mean, shadow boxes themselves are a really cool and very unique type of craft. And I mean, you started out with ponies, yeah, but you got to expand. There's the G.I. Joe cover with the snake eyes, and you had the Dan one. But you also have like the Spirited Away shadow box that you're going to be working on.
Yes, that one. The original Spirited Away one that we did took off on DeviantArt. It ended up on the front page for a while, and so we came back and there was 3,000 notifications just for that deviation. It was insane. It's funny how sometimes lightning just strikes on the internet and it just goes crazy.
Oh yeah, and. You've established yourself as very competent with the pony stuff, and why not do other fandoms? It's like
we've been hoping, and we finally got our first commission for something Doctor Who, and we've been hoping for a Doctor Who for a long time now. So kind of excited to get that one underway.
And the Mufasa and Simba mock-up that you have looks really good too.
Yeah, see, that was different too. I figured it wouldn't be a whole lot different from Pony, but. I was pulling my hair out for a while, just trying to figure out the mechanics of that one.
And I noticed that there's a fluffy pony in here.
Oh, no. Is there a Flufflepuff?
There's a Fluffle pony.
It's in the works. We're doing one up for Mixer Mike, and we're just trying to get the right idea down on paper before we proceed. Because that's what we do first. We always give sketches. And, if you like the sketch, then we're going to use that sketch and create the mock-up. And once the mock-up is done, that's what the box is going to look like, pretty much hands down.
Okay, I have to go to work. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye, Lady Bye, Lady Paper.
Bye.
You also have a Top Gear The Stig mock-up.
Yep. And the cool thing is we're actually getting ready to go to MegaCon in March as well. And MegaCon in Orlando, they have, I think they're anticipating some 50,000 people to be there. And we're going to be doing a lot of pony designs, but we're also going to be moving into a lot of video game designs. We're going to do some things from The Legend of Zelda. We want to do a lot of Doctor Who, some of the classic, comics, Batman, Superman, and Harley Quinn. And, there's just so many things that we could do. And we're just trying to get our heads wrapped around all of what we need to bring.
Okay, so since you're such a Doctor Who fan, I have to ask, favorite Doctor?
My favorite Doctor is David Tennant.
Ah, that's the right answer.
Number 10. 10 for Tennant. It could be 11.
Feelings on Eccleston.
I don't think he was on the show long enough to really fall in love with, I mean, it seemed like his reign was so brief.
He was.
But I have to appreciate him though, because he was the one who actually got me into the show to begin with. And I didn't like David Tennant at first. I thought he was really annoying, and then I just kind of fell in love with him. And it's yeah. And now it's David Tennant is my Doctor.
He is the Doctor to me. It is kind of weird, just the entire thing of just finally getting used to Matt Smith and then just being all right, I'm out.
Capaldi.
Okay.
It's just one of those things you have to get used to. It's at any time these guys could be gone for good, and then we got to move on. But I don't know. So far, I haven't been disappointed with the show at all. So I mean, I try not to form an opinion when they announce the next Doctor and what have you, because so far it's all been good. So I'm hoping it stays that way.
My hope is all right, we're going to go into Doctor Who headcanon here real fast. But I hope that the announcement of the new Doctor is simply a diversion and that the Doctor is actually River Song. Think of how messed up that would be.
It's timey-wimey. It could happen.
And it could. It would be so weird. You have married yourself. Huh.
Yeah, you are the daughter of your companion. What?
Huh?
This is some really wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
The maximum wibble wobbles. Yes. See, that's where I'm going. Just make it just Doctor Who just completely irrational. All right, well, let's see. If there is not anything else, shall we newsify the show?
I think we should.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move forward. It's time for the news. Sandy, fire status is?
There's not a lot going on. There's a lot of planning going on, but there's no fires yet.
Some grumbles behind the scenes, but beyond that...
Oh, there's always behind-the-scene grumbles, but I don't really care after Nightmare Nights, so, whatever.
Sandy is jumping off this ride. He's grabbing his bag of money and jumping from the train, right back on his horse and out into the sunset.
Just you wait. But until then, let's talk about pony news.
All right, so what happened in the pony news?
Well, let's see. First of all, the Build-A-Bear Fluttershy is coming out on Black Friday. And we kind of knew that already. But Build-A-Bear Fluttershy, oh my god, it's cute.
It is, and it's wearing the gala dress.
It has the gala dress, but I got something cool that I can tell you.
Oh boy, I knew this was coming.
Of course you do.
Sandy, would it have something to do with Nightmare Nights?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. It's like I'm using as many angles as I can to promote my event. So we were going to have Build-A-Bear as a vendor. We were actually trying to have them as a vendor, and it turns out they're not going to be able to send people out or whatever. However, they're going to be making some donations. They are going to send us a Pinkie Pie, which I wonder if we had the voice act. If we had somebody that could do a really good Pinkie Pie voice, that'd be great.
Yeah, like an Andrea Libman or something.
Yeah, and they're also going to try to get us. They've offered. They can't promise to get us a Fluttershy 3 weeks early.
Nice.
That we would get a voice chip and get Andrea to do a voice chip for.
Yeah, if only that voice actor was also.
It would go into the charity auction, and people will sell organs to get said thing 3 weeks early.
If you could only figure out, if you had to put. All right, this would actually be an interesting thing to ask our chat since they're down there. If you could get Fluttershy to, so I'm sure that her regular voice chip would just be something normal or kind of pedestrian. If you could get Fluttershy to say something else from the show, what would you want it to be? Like I'd like to be a tree. Would it just be yay? Like I'm curious what you guys would want Fluttershy to say. I was so assertive.
There's like just something about, oh, what kind of animal are you?
It'd be interesting to see. You're going to have her do actually, she's wearing the gala dress. You're going to love me would be perfect.
Yes. But that'll be cool. Hopefully it will come to fruition. But they have made the offer, and we will be like, that sounds really cool. Not to mention we have lots of other cool stuff in our charity auction already, so that's cool. The Fluttershy is cute, and the Build-A-Bear stuff's really cute, and cute ponies are cute.
It's funny too because the Build-A-Bear ones look really nice, like compared to a lot of other like official merch that comes out. Like those look really good.
Yeah, the only plush I have are the like crazy felt maned ones, and it's just kind of like
Yeah. I have my I have the Aurora ones as well. I have one of the felt mane rarities, but I have all 6 of the Aurora ones. And I actually haven't come across the Thai ones in the wild yet. Otherwise, I'd probably get one of those too.
All right. So we like the comics, Sandy.
Yes, we do.
We've always been pro comics, and
very pro comics.
It's now time for us. The comics have officially jumped the shark. I'm afraid they have officially gone too far. We cannot go on this ride anymore. I'm afraid.
I want to slap these people.
It's over.
It's the same kind of stuff as the Doctor changing actors, the Doctor regenerating. It's the same thing.
Friendship is over.
Friendship is over.
Alicorn
the show
Twilight
is ruined forever. The comics are ruined forever. Everybody just pile your pony merch into a box and light it on fire.
Because Alicorn Twilight's starting the pirate comic.
Oh man, Twilight comic. So year 2 of the pony comics are going to start with Twilight having wings. Oh, Celestia, what
Uh-oh.
shall we do?
Hmm. See, and it's sad because like maybe the comics were just like the final bastion, the final haven for the anti-Twilicorns, and now that's being taken.
Yeah, they just can't handle the truth.
I'm
that
going to make a fan
Twilicorn is-
fiction.
And the thing is, and this it's Equestria Daily. There's Equestria Daily comments. 635 comments on this, and the first one is like, "Oh, just when the comics were blah blah blah, just when I was enjoying Twilight with no wings, frowny face," and just I don't even know. It's so silly.
80 levels of get over it. See, the thing is, when I make fun of when I do the Alicorn Twilight arm wiggle, I don't actually care. It's a secret. I don't really care. For a while, it was a little weird, but actually, there was someone else on the Equestria Daily comments that said, "You know, Equestria Girls kind of eased out my my fear of Alicorn Twilight," which I somewhat agree. But you know, I also think that I just got over it a little earlier too. It was just fun to pretend to be part of the arm wiggles. This show is broken forever. Oh.
Yep.
Oh god.
Season 4 doesn't exist to these people. They will be forever stuck in season 3, not knowing what kind of things are in store. And there are such things in store.
Yeah, they simply watched season 3 and they're like, "Yeah, it was a 22 episode season."
I have seen such things that I can't share with you.
Yes. So yeah, she's going to be finally Winged in the comic, which is funny because back when she originally changed into Winged, if you recall, we talked to Andy Price and Katie Cook, and they were going, "Yeah, we didn't really know that was going to happen, so we started making the comic, and she didn't have wings. Whoops."
Surprise.
Oh, great. Now we got a plan for that. All right. So we'll talk more about comic in just a little bit. Unfortunately, I won't be able to, but Sandy certainly will.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, have you ever wanted a bright orange Wonderbolt?
Possibly, only if I can get a neon Zakora.
Oh, awesome. We're done.
Oh, it looks like we're in luck. Thanks to China.
China.
Thanks, China. There are now knockoff blind bag ponies using the same molds, but in ridiculous colors. A bright yellow Gilda with green feathers? Why not? A Pinkie Pie with a short tail. A Zakora that has bright yellow with an orange mane. Yes, truly, these are the best. It's one of those things that there's always going to be Chinese knockoffs of stuff, but these, they didn't really try very hard at all. Now, admittedly, they're using the packaging from the actual sets. So, like, they have the Spa, it's listed as the Spa Pony set, but they have miscolored Rarity, blue and green Wonderbolt, and a Pinkie Pie that's pink with purple mane. And it's like, they basically just got a bunch of the packaging and like, this will work, and just shove ponies into them. Spa ponies, yeah, those guys are spa. And what's even better is that there's no consistency between the two packaging. So like, there's 2 instances that were posted to Equestria Daily, and another one has a teal blue greenish Pinkie with brown mane, and a pink Wonderbolt with a neon pink mane.
You just ran through a bunch of colors, and the manes are like bleeds into the skin color, and
oh yeah,
the faces become distorted on a few.
And of course there is the Pony Power knockoff set of 12. It's like, this is a group of lovely pony. They are lovely, have their own characteristics, and this is My Little Pony. Thanks, Japan. Thanks, China. Thanks, Asia.
So they couldn't resist playing with the tint slider.
All right, I noticed on that 12 pack, we need to have that sticker as part of our show. Fun, interesting.
Fun, interesting.
Fun, interesting. Get this pony power set. Fun, interesting. That was fun. It's also pretty interesting.
Yep. This is what happens. The ponies that survive Fallout Equestria is just never going to be the same.
It's just fun, interesting all day long.
So the next thing that we have is actually Equestria Daily event. Most of the news came from Equestria Daily because there's really not a lot of actual news going on this week. So there's lots of just the silly stuff on the side that gets covered. They're doing their Ponies Around the World event again. This is the third year that they've been doing it. Surprise. Basically, they want people to take their favorite pony toy to the nearest major location, be it a monument, national park, rock formation, or anything else original for your area, and take a picture of the pony in front of it. So you can participate by walking around somewhere with a pony toy, taking it out of your pocket, putting it down, and taking a photo of it. And of course, they did it in 2011 and 2012. They had people take photos from 30 Rock and castles and Sweden and Honolulu, Hawaii, the Titanic at Branson, Missouri. I don't even know how that works. So basically people taking photos of their toys all over the place. Somebody took their derpy to the Rangers ballpark here in Texas. So that's pretty cool. If you'd like to participate, the deadline is October 17th, so you have plenty of time as of this episode's recording to participate if you'd like. I may take a pony or two out to Arbor Hills and take a photo as I'm on a walk one day. And it looks like it'll be pretty cool. And since there's so many people still reading EQD, they should probably get a ton of photos this year. Provided they're not like, I took my Zakora down to the leather bar in the neighborhood. Whoa. None of that, kids. None of that.
Whoops.
What is this that you're adding there?
I'm adding. So I found some more news stories. How about some pony bait, or as I would like to call it, how to get 1 billion page views in a moment. So this popped up momentarily, and I just think that this is hilarious.
1001 up.
Yes. What's up with bronies? What is this all about? We know nothing about them. People should tell us what this is about. AKA, we're going to make this post and have it be flooded with people informing you about the show. Look how many page hits we got.
Yes, as in, man, we haven't gotten a lot of traffic lately. Let's get some hits. Them bronies sure are weird. But yes, time to power up, level up, and man up. What website? What is this website?
It just seems like a generic. So the reason that I posted this was that it seems like one of the ways. Like I am going to take when I start doing my actual my website. I am going to straight up make like a Facebook post of just like, here is a My Little Pony we made. This is fun.
These ponies are weird.
Look at these, look at this. Isn't this cool, guys? What's this whole brony thing about? So that way we could get all of the people to just be like, no, My Little Pony is a really good show. Just be like, and perfect. All of the page traffic I want.
Okay, so apparently the whole point of this website is they came across a book called 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. And that's the whole point of the website is to review all 1001 pre-2011 releases listed in the book and then review them. Because I was like looking at the front page and I'm like, they're reviewing Gears of War? Welcome to 5 years ago. But I guess they are...
is it each review is going to be, this is pretty good.
Yo, hey.
Hey, this was listed as a pretty good game. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, wow. The Beatmania sure is a thing. Axelay for the SNES. It sure was a shooter in space and had a neat starship design. So yes, that's pony bait. It's like clickbait, but for ponies.
Because all us bronies get email alerts every time the word My Little Pony or brony shows up on the internet.
Yup. It's... we hear it and everyone must rapidly go forth and defend the show because reasons.
Because raisins, absolutely. Another one that I'll just add in real quick. TV Guide did a TV Guide magazine's 60 greatest cartoons of all time. Well, we didn't make the top 10, but we did make the top 60.
Yeah. So My Little Pony Friendship's Magic is, of course, number one is The Simpsons. So, yeah.
Let's see. How do I feel about some of these? Flintstones,
Looney Tunes is pretty good.
I never
Peanuts
liked
was-
as much as Starry adore Scooby-Doo, I never much liked Scooby-Doo.
Me neither.
Yeah.
BTAS, hey.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, I didn't. That one was just as long. Actually, now I have to look at this and see. I mean, there's some other ones that are on here that are definitely popular. There's some Gravity Falls. Jesus,
Avatar,
Drawn Together's on here. Oh, geez.
Batman Beyond, Batman Brave and the Bold, Animaniacs.
Ren and
Looking down the
Stimpy,
list.
Samurai Jack,
Pinky and the Brain,
Rugrats,
Powerpuff Girls, Clone Wars.
Magilla Gorilla? Seriously? Magilla Gorilla?
Never heard of it.
That was just one of those weird, like, Hanna-Barbera, just like, I'm Magilla Gorilla. Like, every single character just sounds like this, because this is what we're going to do over here at Hanna-Barbera. Just use this one guy's voice for nearly everything. Oh, Archer's on there, too. So, yeah, there's a listing of the 60 greatest cartoons of all time, and MLP, Friendship is Magic.
Yeah, of course, then there is the complete lack of any of the Disney afternoon shows. Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, Rescue Rangers, DuckTales.
Oh, there's no Doug. All right, this listing is officially gone.
There's no Tailspin.
Oh.
This list is unacceptable. Table flip.
We will now officially remove Magilla Gorilla and add in Doug.
Yeah, because that was
or
the precursor
Darkwing
to
Duck.
Equestria
Come
Girls.
on. Oh, I'm so done with this.
Yeah,
What are you even
it's like
doing?
there doesn't look like there's any Disney shows in here, but like Phineas and Ferb, which is arguably not a Disney show.
I sent bias.
Yes.
Oh,
The list just lost its credibility.
Yep.
Max Unpro. All right, well, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's go ahead and talk about some more media stuff. Let's go back to comics, Sandy.
Hey, comics.
I don't know.
right.
I don't have this one because
this is
Comixology was dumb.
My Little Pony issue 11. I have cover A, which is the yearbook one, which has, I guess, 80s Cadence and 80s Shirley and 80s Shining Armor.
80 Soren.
Yeah, so apparently everybody is like at least 30 in pony years. At least some of these characters are. Wheatgrass is also on the cover. Lyra. So Lyra and Bon Bon are contemporaries in high school, so high school sweethearts. So basically this story takes a really weird turn away from the previous comics in as much that it's not an adventure story. It is a high school romance movie plot. It's titled Nay Anything, which is a takeoff of another movie, Say Anything. It basically features Shining Armor and his nerdy friends in high school, dealing with the jock ponies and how Shining Armor has decided that he's going to be Cadence's very special sun pony. But he's a mega nerd. I mean, part of the story takes place in somebody's basement. They're playing D&D or Ogres and Obluettes.
As you would do. Though doesn't Hasbro own D&D?
Yeah, they could totally have done D&D, but IDW probably doesn't have the rights to use that.
Oh, that's true, I guess. That would have required a second phone call to Hasbro.
Yeah.
But it would have
Big
been
Mac's-
great cross-marketing.
Yeah, Sunbunner Jr. brings up the point that Big Mac's story wasn't an adventure, it was a comedy of errors.
True.
But yeah, he has these miniatures and he dreams of a life happily ever after in a crystal castle, and his daydream is scribbled in crayon and looks like a 10-year-old drew it, maybe. But they hatch this elaborate plan, and the spread in the middle is this really epic 2-page spread of a bunch of characters and Kate and Shining Armor singing a variation on an Oingo Boingo song. I love little girls. Except it's I love pretty pink mares that make me feel so good. I love tricolor hair. It makes me feel so bad. And of course, Babby Final Scratch gets her cutie mark at the concert, which is cool. I mean, it is a very high school movie story. They try to sabotage the sports game, and it doesn't work out. And at the end, it looks like poor Shining Armor is heartbroken and not going to get the girl. But since it's told in a flashback, it doesn't make any sense because Pinky points out that can't be how it ended. You two are married. And then, of course, Cadence will be telling it from her side of the story in the next issue.
Oh.
It's one of those that you're going to need both parts of the story to make any sense out of. But it's not very pony in a way. There's not really anything specifically that pony adds to the story that would not be, other than the fact that it's a pony comic. This could be done with pretty much any kind of characters.
So if we used the Simpsons characters, we totally could have done this.
Probably. Now, interestingly enough, apparently Twilight's mom is a writer. And because in one scene, there's the Author of the Year award for Daring Do. Apparently, Twilight's mom is an author and wrote the Daring Do books.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, that just breaks everything, doesn't it?
Yep. Daring Do is not a real pony. She's actually a fictional character. Everything is ruined.
Absolutely ruined. No wonder she was pressing that on Rainbow Dash. Come read my mom's fan fiction.
Yes, and hey, Twilight and Shining Armor is a level 12 paladin, so
he's been gaming for a while. What level is your little gnome? You've been doing some Shadowrun or something.
I've been playing Shadowrun for like a while, but Shadowrun doesn't have levels.
It doesn't?
No, it's a skill point based system.
How many skill points you have? A lot?
A lot.
Okay. Good. I'm glad
but all
for
in
you.
all, it's still, the comics are really good. This is by Katie Cook and Andy Price. Wait, did I say that right? Yes. Katie Cook, Andy Price with Heather Breckle doing the coloration for it. I gotta say, the design for Cadence on the cover for the cover A, that's the yearbook, is really cute. And all in all, the comics need to be really good. I'll keep buying them, except
that they keep breaking stuff, Sandy.
Yes,
listen, I've got this established fan canon here, where this is the history. Ugh.
Somebody had the stones to actually contact Katie Cook and with this comment, Mrs. Cook, your newest MLP comic is awful because it contradicts my fanfiction series. I've attached all my stories. Educate yourself. Apparently, I applaud this person for their complete audacity, and they should promptly go plan traffic because what the heck, guys? Come on. Seriously?
How dare you?
No, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? It's like, I have lost my ability to can.
How dare anyone change my opinion of what happened?
Yes, because don't you know that once fan fiction is written, it becomes official, and anything else that
I just hope this guy is trolling.
I would hope so. But then again, there are people that are like, no, this is how Cadence met Shining Armor. My fan fiction's better. And while, I wouldn't say that the Pony comics are necessarily A canon, it's certainly B canon. It's like these are stories that happen. They're not going to get referenced in the show, but the comics can reference stuff that happens in the show.
Yeah, unfortunately now your fan fiction is C canon.
Yeah.
If not D or E canon.
It's just F canon, fan fiction canon.
Yeah. It's unfortunately, which story of Octavia meeting Vinyl Scratch do we go with until a or B canon establishes that?
Yeah,
That
it's
is
one of those things that is probably not going to be addressed in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it feels like I'm going back to Star Wars a little bit, where there's the G canon, the George canon, and then there's the movie canon, and there's the EU, which just got thrown in the garbage. Those jerks.
Well, because there's the entire thing where where Luke Skywalker makes his own Jedi Academy and starts training it, and Leia and Han have a kid, and
3 kids.
The 3 kids. God.
Don't get me started on the EU stuff. I read so many of those dang books until they killed Chewbacca.
And then there's
but Yuuzhan Vong was Yuuzhan Vong New Empire or New Jedi Order series was garbage.
And then the best that they could do to come up with an enemy is just like they're Force immune.
Yes, space bugs, people.
Yeah, you can't use the Force on them. Well, crap! Now we can't use all of our space magic. I guess we got to actually fight something fairly.
Thrawn was good.
I don't
so
know.
So was the Rogue Squadron books. But New Jedi Order was trash, and everybody died.
Yeah. Shadows of the old.
Started.
Shadows. Or what?
Shadows of the.
Shadows of the Empire. That's the one.
That was okay.
That was all right.
It was in between fan fiction.
It was just weird
Dash Rendar.
It's just like a Han Solo just wedge in there, and the fact it got a video game made. How weird. Played that video game is like, what the heck? Ugh.
God.
Story canons get weird.
Well, see, now that Disney owns them, the entire EU is just getting thrown in the garbage, and they're doing movies after the original 3 movies. So
I do hope
what happens.
I do hope that they just have old grizzled versions of all the characters. Like just Mark Hamill shows up and he's just like, I've been through some shit. Just
Mark Hamill looks like he got hit by every stick on the ugly tree when he fell out of it.
I know,
the
but
guy
still,
has not aged well. He still has a great voice, but his face.
I don't think he looks that bad.
Carrie Fisher's drugs caught up with her.
Carrie Fisher, yes, did hit every drug on the drug tree coming down.
I mean,
the ugly stick must be tired.
I mean, I just don't want to see her in the middle bikini anymore. I'm sorry.
Listen, guys, you got another hit. I really need some. Oh,
it's awful.
I'm a princess in space.
If we wanted to just
Seriously.
rant about fan stuff, we could just do a show about ranting about fan stuff that we like.
I'm a princess in space. You gotta respect me.
I was the leader of the new alliance.
Oh, now
I
live.
knocked up and
Now
had
I
3
live in
kids.
this trailer in South Reno.
God. Not even like Vegas, but
No.
Reno.
We sometimes go to the casinos. I get to pretend I'm a princess again. Yeah, and then she and the kids get kidnapped. So Harrison Ford could again be in a movie where he's trying to rescue his kids.
Yeah.
All right, Disney, don't do that. I
Disney,
agree.
Good luck. All I gotta say, I will go see them because I am, to some degree, still a Star Wars nerd. But I went to opening days of episodes 1, 2, and 3. I've been scarred. I need some love.
I find it funny that you went opening days to 1 and 2 and didn't learn your lesson for 3.
But 3 opened really well. That space battle was really cool. I love me some space battles.
And what about 2, where it was a bunch of standing around going, I wonder if something will happen this movie. Credits.
Yeah. 2 is garbage.
Huh, what are we going to do? We're going to have a big battle, and then we're going to kill Boba Fett's father.
And his head's going to roll over to his kid, and he's going to pick it up, and the head's not going to fall out because thank God it didn't. That would just freak everybody out.
It's vacuum formed inside.
Draxel asked if I played Eve to satiate my space battle urges. Yes, and then I got bored of it.
Yeah.
You can only blow up things from 50 kilometers away and peck at them with drones for so long.
Yeah. You know what? We should see how we should try and do the Old Republic MMO and see how long we last.
Oh, AC.
Just to see. It's free to play now. Just see how long we go at it. Anyway, yes, that's ranting about everything but Pony. Because this is a long ponyless summer, and God, we could use some content.
Yes, we could.
Oh, it's like 2 months. Hold
2
on.
months.
And November is going to be a good month. I'm just saying.
I hope.
Yes. Episode 1 and 2 will be good. ...
All right, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and move forward. I believe it's the time that we talk about emails, Sandy.
Yes, we have actually a small handful of emails this week.
Let's see. I see 1 handful, 2 handfuls,
There's 3.
3 handfuls of emails. I like that you knew where I was going. All right, I will go ahead and go first, Sandy second, and Paper, if you wouldn't mind getting the thirdsies.
Sure thing.
All right, let's do this. Greetings and salutations, Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, Starry, and honorable guests. And by the way, you can always email us at bronyville@gmail.com. I've recently been rewatching the series from beginning and found myself enjoying certain episodes more this time around than I did when I originally saw them, and was wondering if there were any episodes that you didn't care for the first time seeing them that you liked better on a later viewing. Or, on the other side of the bit, any episodes that you liked the first time you saw them but didn't hold up well on subsequent viewings. Keep up the great work, and always Pinkie Pie is favorite pony, but Twilight Sparkle is best pony. Cool B. Hurricane Fluttershy was one that I was like, that's all right, and then I watched it again, like, that's a good episode, actually.
Oh, man. My Little Pony. iTunes is really being awful, and I'm like trying to look at the list of episodes, because I purchased them on iTunes. And I purchased them when they were selling the entire season instead of half seasons, because, for some reason Hasbro decided to go...
Just FemWiki, dude. FemWiki.
Well, I know that... Okay, iTunes has crashed. This new version is garbage.
And it also unsubscribed you from every single podcast.
Every podcast.
Sandy this week was like, nothing ever updated. That's weird. Giant Bomb didn't do an episode. End of the world.
You must have downloaded that Chinese knockoff iTunes by mistake.
It's iTunes.
Comes in slate gray and gold. Let's see. Let me look through here and try and see. I'm trying to figure out if there is any episode that I think got worse the second viewing.
Worse the second viewing? I don't know. I know, Fall Weather Friends has been consistently good. I know that in season 2, Secret of My Excess grew on me. After watching it a couple times. Cutie Pox was one of those that I was like, that was okay. And then I was like, later. Sisterhood Social is consistently good. Luna Eclipsed is still good.
I'll say one that I think kind of diminished on me was Stairmaster.
That wasn't ever very good, in my opinion. It was okay.
It was all right, but it was just kind of like,
And Owlswell is still garbage.
I didn't mind Owlswell. It's kind of clunky, but I'm one that doesn't mind Mysterious Mare-do-Well. So who am I to say that I've got any ability to...
I still think Owlswell's worse than... Because I liked Mare-do-Well, kind of. It was okay.
It's a little schizophrenic, but I really like the Mare-do-Well character. So
But Hearthwarming Eve was written by Meriwether, and it was all right. It was just a sort of a lore dump Christmas pageant thing. Looking at the rest of them.
I need to go back and see Dragon's Quest because I really liked Garble and like the teenage dragons, which I find it funny that they've started to gain a little bit more in popularity now that the summer's here. Mm-hmm. There's like stuff for Garble and like Crackle and Fizzle
and whatnot. Yeah. I recently rewatched just for Sidekicks and Games Ponies Play. And they held up pretty well. Admittedly, they were back in January, but they're still good episodes. And it's interesting how they did the 2 episodes at the same time kind of thing. It was just one of those things. I happened to be over at Bob's and Lena was demanding Pony, so those were the 2 episodes that happened to be on the hub at the time. So we were conducting convention business and watching Pony at the same time. So, yeah, some are, but most of them are either they hold up or I appreciate them a little bit more.
Yeah, I admit I haven't gone back and watched too many episodes recently. Just too much other things. Like I remember we did that whole rewatching of season 1. I probably did a handful of rewatching on season 2 and season 3. I don't think I went back and rewatched anything.
Yeah, and I see that people they're doing the, rewatch the show now that there's a Pony episode. You can watch a Pony episode a day before season 3 opens. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's when you get away from watching the show and you get so embroiled with
the general crazy around it.
The stuff, yes.
My head cannon. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, that worked pretty well. Sandy, you go next.
All right. So, dear Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and guest, I've got a couple questions. First off, is it true that John, I'm guessing John Delancey, has turned his back on the fan base after dealing with those who pirated the documentary? I had heard about this and was a little disturbed by it since he was one of the fandom's biggest supporters. He hasn't been to any PonyCon since, but he's still doing stuff with the show as far as I'm aware. I mean,
didn't
if
he go...
didn't like the show, he wouldn't be doing it.
I'm trying to recall because he went to Unicon, of course, the Unipocalypse. But didn't he Unicon? But didn't he go recently? I don't think it was Buck, but he went to Gala, or I think he went over to Europe recently.
Yeah. I think it was Galacon. I'm pretty sure it was.
I think he was supposed to go to Buck, but had to cancel again.
Yeah, so
he's still participating in the fandom somewhat, but I guess not as publicly, given how much general abuse gets hurled at people that are on the show in general. And I'm not saying that it's, endemic to the community. I'm just saying that if you're somebody in the show and you start trying to defend the fandom, you'll get people crapping on you from every direction, which is not a mental image you want. Just because there's jerks on the internet. Surprise! So I don't think he's done with the fandom, but I'm pretty sure he's been pretty quiet lately because he's got other things to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been my feeling with Tara and others. They're kind of big enough people that it isn't like the fandom has to revolve around them. I understand how with some of the smaller names or people, people like, well, not to call them smaller, but, individuals like Lee and Vincent, the VAs that mainly have just done little work in Vancouver for shows and TV that they've just kind of been like, oh yeah, we can just enjoy and do stuff with the fandom. But, John has done movies and TV and video games,
other stuff going on
similar to Tara. So I could understand very much that they've distanced themselves because they've got other stuff going on.
Yeah, and you haven't heard nothing from Tara lately.
There is a rumor I have heard that she may be coming to a convention next year, but that is simply unspeculated rumor. So
yeah, somebody better write a big old check. Just saying.
But Yeah. Let's see. Anything else on that one?
See, I always try to catch the show when it's uploaded on the website. Lately, I've been trying to catch the live stream of it on Saturday, but can never get it even if I tune in the night right time on both just stream. Am I missing something, or could I be going to be my browsers, i.e. in Firefox? Keep up the good work. Grey Wolf 71. And there's some PSs, Fluttershy's Best Main 6, Derpy Background Pony, Apple Bloom Best Full, Nightmare Moon Best Villain, Luna Best Princess. You need to go to JustinTV/Bronyville Podcast. That is the only channel that we use to stream the show.
Yep.
There is a JustinTV/Bronyville, which we also own, but I wonder if we can set up a redirect. But it's one of those things that we didn't know the password. We lost the password, and we was like, Bronyville Podcast.
Well,
whatever.
someone actually, one of our fans registered it for us, and then we had already started to put up stuff here and went, whoopsie! Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we've already kind of committed, so...
JustinTV/Bronyville Podcast.
Yep. Sometimes we do record the show and put them up on YouTube, but I don't know. It's kind of, it takes more work, and it's a little bit... I like to... I don't know. I kind of like the live and to listening to the audio. All right. Let's see. Does that take care of that one? All right. Paper, go ahead.
Sure. Hello AC, Chef Sandy, Starry Night, and from the shadowy world of boxes, the Paper Pony. I don't have anything to ask Paper Pony, okay, as I normally stay out of the shadowy pony underworld of paper art. Yes, we are a shady bunch. One thing I've been pondering is, what is Andrea Libman's title/role in the Brony world? We all know that Tara Strong is the queen of bronies, and Lauren Faust is the creator, the Aslan of the Brony world, maybe. And Peter New and Lee are, well, token guys who are fun and like beer, but what about Miss Libman? She's been gaining power over the last year. Cheers, Twisted Haywire.
She's been growing in power.
I would say that Andrea's continued involvement in the community has deposed Twilight, or Tara in this case, as queen, considering that Tara has sort of written off the fandom for the most part, and Andrea has not.
Andrea still likes to interact. For the most part, she definitely does really love to meet the fans and spend time with them. There are points where the fandom does grate on her for smaller stuff, but she has been a lot more open and understanding and talkative with the fandom than Tara has. As someone kind of mentioned earlier in the chat, Tara has her stream has turned into, I do a lot of voices over and over and over. So
Yeah.
and whatever, that is what she does. Tabitha is always going to be Tabitha is like Portlandia Andrea. It's
Port
just
Andrea.
It's just this like holistic, like, I'm never going to say anything bad because I really want Tabitha on here, but she is so much of a rarity of just like, this is who I am. I'm so she really does have just a rarity air about herself of just, being so regal. And in many cases that doesn't completely jive with the fandom's like, we're so crazy, go nuts, talk to us, woo. And Andrea, for the most part, is willing to go out there and talk to us. And then, Ashley Ball primarily wanting to, I'm a musician. I just do voices for a show. Why don't you go check out Hey Ocean?
And we do. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised at how much someone like Lee, Lee is so into the fandom. He is a guy that just friggin' adores us, because it's just, not only does it tie into some of his other stuff like Fan Built, but there were parties going on at BronyCon, and I kind of stated that at BronyCon all the other VAs had the option to actually get a hotel room there, but they're just like, it's Vancouver, I can go home. Lee, he was the only one that said, dude, yeah, I want to stay here so I can hang out with you guys more. So he's definitely kind of taken to to just doing that a little bit more and hanging out with the fandom.
You know, it's like, Mitch Larson, he's quite happy to hang out with folks. So, and you can probably expect to see quite a few panels with him on it because he's like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'll do that. Full Papers and Mitch Larson drink gin. It might be a panel. You never know.
Let me tell you some stories about friendship. Oh, boy.
I'm going to tell you some stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'll do that. Okay. And you know what? I think that takes care of our cool things. Was that?
Yep.
That's our cool things, Sandy. All right.
Well,
so thank you all. Or not the cool things, the emails.
I was like, wait a minute, AC, you skipped a small portion here.
Sorry, I was.
Also, there's a PS from Twisted.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, sorry. PS. I had a longer mail for you, but it wasn't done, so you'll get it next week. PPS for all AC and Chef Sandy tabletop dislike of unicorns. Both of them thinks that a unicorn is best pony. We all know that best pony is an earth pony.
It isn't that they're bad. They're simply. They simply can do stuff that is kind of OP.
Yes, unicorns are scary to my poor rural earth pony background.
Yes. And which, by the way, this is a great filter into the fact that next week's a tabletop week.
Woo! We're going to be doing a tabletop episode. Yeah. After the episode. So we're going to be talking for like 8 hours.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, next week we are doing a tabletop episode with Pixel Kitties. And, so prepare yourselves. We will do the normal
having
show.
Another magical adventure.
Yep. After the show, probably start around about 2 p.m. We will do more tabletop. So join us. That'll be cool. Justin.tv/Bronyville podcast.
I'll see if she's available to show up during the show if we have a guest next week too.
Sure.
Let her talk about Crystal Fair St. Louis, which is going on this weekend.
Yep.
Nobody knew about it except the people have tweeted about it.
Yep. Tabletops are on Saturdays after the show, just so the real ABBA knows. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on. It's time for iTunes Bronies. We have 821 reviews, so thanks to Broland and Desert Nocturne for leaving us reviews.
Yep, it is appreciated.
And looks like Sandy listed down that we are 14th in the top 120 when the doc was created.
Yep. That way I don't have to go, oh, quick, let me go look at the iTunes real quick. Oh, God, why isn't it loading?
Rush.
Rush
to go see it.
People still clicking and looking and downloading the show.
Clicking
it's a thing.
And looking.
All right. I think we have a problem here, AC, though. We don't have a cool thing.
I am fixing that at this moment. All right. So it's time for our one cool thing. It is time to give you cool things that you should go check out. Chef Sandy is going to need to list down his paper pony is on top of it. He knows how this works. All right. Well, I am doing, and I can't spell either while I'm trying to type. Oh, all right. So this is a remaster of something we've had a while back, but there is this game called StarCraft that a few people play, and there is the option. Someone went in and did different characters as different units inside of the game, and one of those was Rainbow Dash as a Banshee pilot. And so said person has actually further remastered the animations and everything for Dash as a Banshee pilot. And yeah, it's fully animated, uses a redone voice. Animation looks a lot better than it was before.
It is certainly evolved.
Yes, it is far cleaner and smoother and cooler, at least by 20%. Oh, haven't used that one in a while. Then remember when we had to deal with that like every episode?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a neat little hack that will allow you to put Rainbow Dash as a Terran Banshee pilot in StarCraft 2. So you can go check that out and check out the animations. The link on the show notes is for the YouTube, so you can go check out all the animations. So,
yep, I will. Oh man, I'm gonna have to punt for the moment. I'm looking. YouTube. What can I inflict on people?
Paper. Find something and let us delay for a little bit while Sandy.
Gonna buy Shepard some time here.
I know.
Yes. My one cool thing is Nazi Goreng on DeviantArt. She's an incredible customs crafter, and she's recently been doing plushies. And her first plushie was a rarity, and it was just amazing. And it makes me sick that the first plushie you make is rarity, and it's just amazing. She's based out of Australia, and she's a total sweetheart. So you should really go check it out.
All right, let me go check that. Oh, this is an adorable DeviantArt. Oh, these are absolutely adorable. Oh, and that's a really cute OC. Holy, that is max cute. That is unfair.
Yeah, the little koi looking.
Oh, and she's so naturey and has muddy hooves. Ah, stop it.
Too cute.
Oh, she's got an Equestria Girls version of herself. Scroll further down on it, and it is the 100% Equestria Girls where their legs are 3 times larger than the rest of their bodies.
Yeah, it's like legs. Human torsos are like a few inches, but legs, oh man, they're like giraffes.
All the legs.
And their heads are bigger than their torsos.
Heads bigger than torsos. Torsos just legs.
Unnecessary.
But yeah, that is cool. The customs that she's done as well,
just unbelievable. She did the first one I saw that was I was really impressed by
Sweetie
was
Bot.
She did a jousting Rainbow Dash custom a long while ago, and that thing was just awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking through some of these, and they've done some BMOs and some other ones. Yeah, there's Sweetie Bot. Rare, and so it looks like they do both plush and also hard figures. Got Rainbow Dash with her Crystal Pony swoop hair. All right, excellent. So that is over at Nezgoring. Nezgoring.
Go to the show doc and click it because AC trying to say it is
Nazigorig.
I think it means noodles. I don't know. There was a discussion about this a while ago.
Okay. Hey, Sandy, we've given you a distraction. What have you done with it?
I've picked a YouTube channel for Fluffy Mixer. Fluffy Mixer is the person that does Flufflepuff Adventures and Ask Flufflepuff. So
you may have heard about that. It's kind of cool.
Yes, it's cute, and it's a fluffy pony thing that is not horrifying. And they do videos that are very cute. Chrysalis and Fluffy Pony, a being of infinite love and a bug pony. So
is it really
there? Yeah, the comic one down on the Tumblr or 2 down where she Flufflepuff presents a poem to Chrysalis and she's like, "I'm blaming you if I get fat from all this love." It's very cute.
Such a weird comic. Such an interesting. So crazy. All right. I'll just play this for a little bit in the background, just in honor of Flufflepuffs. All right. Okay, so that's been your one cool thing. You can go ahead and go check those out. Just check out the show notes. Show notes is always over at Bronyville not Bronyville at gmail.com. That's the email address. BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. And you can go check that out. And you know what that is? That's the end of the show. We're done. You're all free now. So, yeah. So, yes, first off, I want to go ahead and thank Paper and Lady Paper, who could not be with us at this moment because of work.
Thank you for having us. And she was really excited about it, too. So, definitely.
I was just like, oh, we're having 2? All right, then I'm fine with that. So, yeah, thank you for coming on. Tell everyone where they can find find your stuff again.
We're at the paperpony.deviantart.com. All words are separated with hyphens.
All right, excellent. Thank you very, very much for coming on. Sandy, you're a thunder maker.
Let's count on me.
I do. And I want to always thank our awesome fans, be it if you are the ones on Justin.tv /Bronyville podcast, or if you are listening to this on your podcast devices or on the website. Thank you all very much. You can go over to BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. Email us over at Bronyville@gmail.com. You can join us roughly every Saturday noon Pacific Daylight Time. And he's still talking. I need to stop him. Let's see. I was playing the pink fluffy unicorns thing. I'm sorry.
Oh.
iTunes reviews, we love them. Please leave those over on the site.
iTunes?
On iTunes, yes. Listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is at Bronyville.
And mine's Astro Sandy.
And Paper Pony has one, too.
Sorry. Yeah, the Paper Pony. Sorry, I'm on Twitter too.
Sorry. It's all right. I'm part of the meetup, Bronies of Northern California, which I might be doing something soon. I'm thinking about doing another meet and meet.
And mine's North Texas Bronies.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should probably do. I'm like, how many Bronies will die if I try to go organize a walk out at Arbor Hills?
Enough of them.
Possibly.
Well, I've been thinking about. I've been talking with the BabsCon folks and being like, it'd be kind of cool to do something, for Nightmare Nights, but before your actual Nightmare Nights. But they want to do like we should get a place, and I'm like, places are expensive. So, yep. But anyway, conventions. Nightmare Nights Dallas is where Sandy's going to be. I will be there too. And,
as will I.
Yep.
Ooh, and BabsCon is looking like something I'm going to be attending, so that'll be fun. All right, that has been episode 125. Thank you all for joining us this week. We will see you next week. Do we have a guest settled down, Sandy?
Nope, but I'll work on it.
All right, good deal. We'll go ahead and catch you all next week. Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Later.